Welcome to tonight's 5 on 5. The guests are Cindy Biles and Lee Mills here from the Bear Creek Greenway Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Lee. Give us a little update on the Greenway, and I know there's an important deadline coming up.
Well, we have a capital campaign going so that we can build another 1.4 miles of Greenway Trail, and we're closing in on the amount of money we need. We have to raise $190,000 for a local match to match a federal grant to build a section of trail, and we're within a few $1,000s of that, and all our projections indicate between now and the end of the year we're going to get there, so it's going to happen.
So the projections are looking good. There's no last second effort, or are you seeing a steady stream?
Well, we have the last month effort, the Rogue Run, a local running group, put up a match along with Jackson County. So every dollar that gets donated actually turns into $3, and that's been a real help to us to get people to make donations. And with those matches, we're going to get there. I'm confident.
And Cindy, one of the things you were looking at when you moved to Medford, join R.E.I. was the store here was that there was a bike path. There was a green. What do you kind of see in this?
Well, I think it's a phenomenal resource, and I've been fortunate to live in other areas with bike trails, and that was certainly a draw for me when I was researching Medford, as I realized that, gosh, there's a Greenway here too, and I actually chose to live as close to it as I could so that I could use it to explore the area. And I've ridden it, I've been on it several days a week since I arrived here, used it to commute down to down to Ashland and look around and explore and up to Central Point. And I see people out recreating and hiking and looking at the creek and the exposure to nature that we have along the way in terms of bird watching. So it's just a phenomenal resource, and I'm thrilled to live along it, and I think that this chance to expand the trail is just going to benefit all the citizens in the Rogue Valley.
Since you've joined the foundation, have you learned more about it? I know that, I've ridden it before too. There's some great spots. There were some spots that probably need a little revitalization, but what have you seen since you've joined, and what have you kind of, I guess, given new ideas or anything on it?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. I think that, again, it's really a situation where the opportunities are limitless. When we look at where this is going, the eventual goal is to connect this up to the Rogue River Trail and be able to ride all the way from Ashland to Grants Pass, and that's just unprecedented access. And what I've seen just in terms of visitors coming in too is when they ride it, they're just so impressed with the resources we have and really the possibilities about where we can go. So I think that this little section of trail that we can connect is just a tremendous step in the right direction, and an opportunity for anyone to donate money where you get, every dollar turns into $3 is phenomenal.
All right, a few more questions for you, so stick around. More 5 on 5 right after the break. Welcome back to the 5 on 5. The guests are Lee Mills and Cindy Biles here from the Bear Creek Greenway Foundation. We've been talking about the Greenway, the expansion, and the excitement, and you were saying that the funds are coming. What is some of the steps in the process that are going to happen next once the funds are there?
Once the funds are there, which will be basically the end of this year, then the county will put the project out to bid next year. Once the bids come in, assuming they're acceptable, then they will start construction, hopefully in the fall of next year, but it just depends on how the bid process works. But there will be a trail then constructed from where it now ends at Pine Street and Central Point. It'll go about 1.4 miles to Upton Road, all the way through the fairgrounds, so people can access the fairgrounds. All the runners and walkers on the Rogue Run will not have to walk on Penninger Road now or run on Penninger Road. They'll have a trail to go on. All the other people, cyclists, etc., that want to get to the other section of trail by Upton Road will have a paved trail the whole way to go. So it'll be a great addition.
And once they put it out to bid, what is the target date for that, probably?
Well, I think the target date for going out to bid will be sometime in the spring or summer of next year.
Okay.
And then once the bid process comes in, then it'll be up to the contractor, I think, as to when they start. They usually give them a certain amount of time, but it depends on weather and all kinds of things.
And Sydney, quickly tell us about people who are interested, maybe they've just moved here as well, want to travel it, or want to join one of the groups. I understand Facebook, a great way to contact.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, the Medford R.E.I. does, and that's a great place for people to have discussions about rides that they'd like to go on. And I would also encourage people to check out the pages of other local cycling retailers as well. I know there are a lot of rides that go on. And there's a lot of conservation that takes place along the Greenway. So people like the Lomacazzi Foundation and so forth do restoration along there. So certainly looking on our Facebook page will put you in contact with other groups as well.
And I'm sure lots of ideas, and people who want to donate can go there and find out a whole lot more.
Yeah, thanks to all who have and to all those who are going to. We appreciate it.
Yes,
all right, well, thank you two very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
That's it for the 5 on 5 mornings right after the break.